Well, welcome back to my my YouTube channel. I'm just I put together this little video of the new president as Joe Biden. He's our president now of the United States. And I like what he said. This is one of the statements that he made, and I really love the statement that he wrote, as he said, call on America to be different and better. In his immigrant address, like when he say, I will be the president for all America, and I promise you, I will fight for those who did not support me as for those who did. I really, really love that, you guys. So I congratulate our new president on this day, Wednesday, June the 20th, 2021. Thank you, Mr. President, for that nice little speech that you made. Also, God bless America, and always keep God first. And again, be safe out there and enjoy this video that I put together on this day. Subscribe, share my video with all your friends and family. And if this your first time watching my cooking channel, share with your friends and family as well. And if you want to see the next upload video that I post on my cooking channel, just make sure you keep your notification bell on and you see the next upload video that I post on my cooking channel. Until then, I will see you guys in the next upload video. Enjoy the rest of my video. Bye-bye.
Within both their caucuses, more in the House than in the Senate. That's what led
was sworn in. What happens on this day? I mean, in terms of actually what gets done, I know the president will sign in some executive orders later on, but can you just talk about this transition is Biden's staff already inside the White House now?
Some of them may be over there already.
But certainly, as you can see, there's a plenty of excitement. And certainly there might not be the packed crowds along the parade route, but we are seeing the parade. And again, towards the end of 15th Street, the president, the first lady, the first family, the vice president, the second gentleman will be coming up this way, making the traditional to the White House onto Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm sure my colleague Brianna Keeler is probably going to see them next. She's just a little bit down the road from me. But certainly, Jake, this is feeling very much like the traditional...
Millions of Americans cheering from the sidewalks.
Doing it from their couches.
Yeah, I guess right. That's the positive way to look at it. Brianna Keeler is out there as well. Brianna, tell us what you're seeing.
Hi there, Jake. We actually just saw the Metro DC police motorcycles go by. The color guard just went by, and I think one of the things...
Now in uniforms patterned after those worn by the field.
But in the last few weeks, and here over the course of the last year, we have seen them in action. I mean, we saw them a couple weeks ago in the siege of the Capitol. We saw the Metro Police involved in that. We've also seen the military involved in certainly political moments that even political leaders did not like this year. So we're seeing them here in a very ceremonial regard here, one of the military bands coming through, and this is it, Jake. These are the sights and these are the sounds of the inauguration as we await the President Biden, and Vice President Kamala Harris. And we're also, I think, after we see the military bands coming through here, Jake, we will be hearing from the University of Delaware drumline, and we'll be hearing from Howard University's drumline, paying some homage, of course, to both of these leaders who will be coming. President and the Vice President in their
Of the White House, eventually. Let's see what Brianna's seeing now. You're closer. Bree?
Yeah, so right now we're seeing the police, everything's starting to move a little bit here. As you can see, the beast is starting to creep forward, and the motorcycle police, this contingent item, the shot you're seeing is from, you can see shots off of, camera shots coming off of two trucks that are tracking. This is the...
Here we go.
Woohoo!
President
Here we
Biden
go.
walking out, getting out of the beast. Biden will be walking out on
Hey,
the other side
President
as well.
just got out the
There she is.
security car now.
They are in a part of the city right near the White House, right near the Treasury building. This entire area has been cordoned off from spectators, from anybody, really, except for law enforcement and people.
You
who are
guys,
working
this
within
is
the
history.
so-called green zone.
It's our new president, you guys.
Here we
Just-
watch President
This is live.
and First Lady Biden walk
Walking
into
to the White
With
House.
their family. This will be their new home.
God bless America.
When he was vice president, he lived at the Naval Observatory
That's
a couple
America.
miles away on Massachusetts Avenue. Let's listen.
So just the President, Jay, coming over to give one member of the press a fist bump, saying, keep doing what you're doing. We have some questions for him, obviously. He is not answering them. He is flanked, of course, by service members from the...
There along the parade route. Jake, you can see him there coming up White House.
Yeah, it's a pretty secure area, this last block or two in front of the Treasury Building and the White House. Let me just see if the camera's on me. I'll try to explain Dallas Crowns. There they go.
Made it over here since he won the presidency, given that President Trump broke tradition, did not invite him here like typically you would. And so now here he is walking down the north lawn of the White House for the first time since he won the presidency with his family. Of course, here's the beast coming right behind me, Jake. I'm going to step back so you can see it. This is something we don't often see, the beast coming down this part of the driveway. And there, of course, is the president and the new first lady walking down into the White House for the first time since being sworn in, but also the first time in 4 years. This is their first time back on these grounds. Of course, there is a band, there are flags, there are press all around him. Looks like he's taking a moment to wave to those on the parade route one final time. And then, Jake, he is going into the residence of the White House, and then shortly he is going to be in the West Wing, and reporters are going to...
Climate Accords, getting rid of the ban on travel from those predominantly Muslim countries. So not
is Dr. Jason Campbell. He's a resident physician in Oregon. You probably know him a little bit better as the dancing TikTok doc. Dr. Campbell, how are you doing?
Mr. Stewart, I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you for having me today.
When did you start dancing? Is this a recent thing? You're tremendous at it. You had training.
I started dancing when I was in high school, maybe 7th or 8th grade with popping and locking and breakdancing. They actually called me Poppin' Jay in my high school.
I was also referred to as Poppin' Jay in high school for the way that oftentimes my back vertebrae would pop. This must be obviously your first inaugural parade, yes?
Yes, it is. This is, incredibly special. If you look at President Biden being elected and then Vice President Harris, and as the first African American and Indian woman, that's incredibly special. Something that I know that I treasure, that my family treasures, that many that look like me are very proud to see.
I look forward to the pandemic being over so that you and I may join a breakdancing crew together.
I would love that. What do you think the name would be?
It'd probably be called The Good Dancing Doctor and the Old Man Who Looks Like He Hurt Himself. It's a long name.
It's catchy.
You're a good man, Dr. Campbell. And we're so delighted that you were able to catch up with us. And we'll hopefully check you out later.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Stewart.
And so, if you will, it's time, our virtual parade across America.
Okay, so now the president missed the speak, you guys. He made it to the White House. Yeah, so our new president arrives at the White House.
America, meet your new first family. The Bidens are walking into the house now, the White House, where the president and first lady will make their new home. And for anybody out there wondering, yes, there has been a deep clean of the building, given the fact that the previous occupants did not take coronavirus particularly seriously. So do not worry about that. The parade across America.
We're looking now at a shot of the Howard University marching band, and what we sort of saw before was this kind of, for the president, this grand entrance by the University of Delaware marching band. So we're waiting to see if that's what we see with the vice president coming this way. Hopefully, Aaron, we're keeping our eye out right here.
Yeah, would see it. And as you said, the Howard University band there, and they
get out of the car. We just had the Howard University drum line go through too right before the vice president, her alma mater. There she is. Kamala Harris has gotten out. Brianna, I don't know if you have a better angle than I do, but they are out of the car. They're about to take a walk with their family, continuing the tradition, even in this era of COVID, even in this very high security, tenuous time. This is a rite of passage that now the vice president is continuing, as she historically greets her first afternoon and evening as vice president of the United States.
Yeah, she obviously, the family, it is one of those moments. I know, and other years, obviously, when we've all been along these parade routes and you see the first and second families get out and start walking. It is such an integral part of this, a part of the tradition and part of the family nature of this special moment. And here they are, the Vice President Kamala Harris and her family, along with, of course, her husband, his children. You can see them all walking along there together on that route, just as Joe Biden did moments ago. So they'll continue walking there up, of course, to the White House, where the president has already gone in. What can you see from where you are now, Brianna?
I am seeing the vice president and her entourage approaching here, but I think if we take this moment just to realize how historic this is, Aaron, and the fact that all across the country there are little girls who are watching this moment right now with their parents or their grandparents, and they're never going to know a time where there wasn't a woman who was vice president, which is obviously a very different situation than most people have experienced. This is a first, and this is a new normal for a lot of young people out there as they watch Kamala Harris here walking down Pennsylvania Avenue. Right now, she and her family, the second gentleman there on her right, are walking in front of the Treasury building. I see her sister as well. We're gonna try to see if we can try to grab their attention. Madam Vice President! All right, we're trying to get her to come over here, Aaron. So far, no luck. She was just asked, I will say, Aaron, how does it feel to be the first? And I believe what she said was, I think that is what she said. So this is obviously a moment that for her, she's very much soaking in. She's keenly aware, of course, what this means to be the first female vice president, and also being not only that, the first female president, the first
job. Of course, Aaron, we should note her office is in the old executive office building, just here next to the White House, and that's where she'll be walking to work today. And I think that's part of the message today for both her and the president. They are hitting the ground running. They have lots of work to do. They're going to be executive orders today. They're going to be ironing out and revealing their plan to handle the pandemic.
And herself can also be swearing in the two new senators from Georgia, as well as her replacement senator from the state of California. So all of that still to come here over the next hour. These moments, though, as she's walking there, holding the hand of her great niece, these are the moments perhaps that are the most important for her, certainly for the president himself as he walked.
America United. Simply put, it's a virtual roadshow. We've got marching bands, we have baton and flag twirlers, dancers, equestrians, drill teams, musical performances, as well as tributes to some of the American heroes living right next door to us who've been making a difference in their communities during this terrible pandemic. Americans united on this historic day. And even though a virtual event is a bit different, this parade remains faithful to its most treasured and beloved traditions. And one of those traditions is a performance by a group of musicians who have been featured
at the inaugural parade of President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and we're going to have a hybrid virtual and live parade due to safety concerns coming. I want to look here, though. Kamala Harris, the Vice President, and her husband, motorcade here approaching. Breonna Keeler is on the parade route, as you've seen her there on the route. What do you see, Breonna, from where you're standing now?
So this shot that you were seeing looking toward them is being taken essentially not too far from where I am. And I am looking down now past the Treasury building to the motorcade for the Vice President. So we are waiting to see if, this is really the moment that the President had to get out and walk down Pennsylvania Avenue past the Treasury building, past the White House, into the White House. So we're going to wait and see if we are perhaps going to get a glimpse of the Vice President and the second gentleman. Right now, they are holding in place as we listen to the Howard University drum line, which is quite festive.
They're going to watch this on their television screens, right? Not in person, sadly.
Right. Right. And, I guess you have to take a step back. That's true every time, right? You think about around the country, right? How many people can actually go? Although we all are now forced to share this in the same way, perhaps has its own level of togetherness. It is a good thing, as you point out, that they were actually able to get out of the motorcade, although I know Breonna and Kate were talking about, obviously they couldn't get out of the car until very close to the end here by the White House. As the Vice President walks in those gates with her entourage and her family for the first time as Vice President, Bakari Sellers joins me, an early backer of Harris. Bakari, you know her well. You watch this moment. What does this moment mean for her personally, right? As she is here right now walking with her family.
I mean, it means so much. You see her, her husband, you see Tony and Maya, you see her nieces, Mina and Mina's children. You saw Doug run over and hug Reggie Hunlin, and he's well-known for being the director of House Party. Produced the Django. His wife is Kamala's best friend. It's a small family affair, but for her, I think, in particular, I are going to share a very special moment today for little black girls around the world. Today means so much. Just to watch her walk in with the swag, to watch her walk in with the dignity, to watch her walk in, and it just means so much. Today, she stands on the shoulders of Fannie Lou Hamer. She stands on the shoulders of Ella Baker. She stands on the shoulders of Shirley Chisholm. She stands on the shoulders of Hillary Clinton. And she has shattered so many glass ceilings that today, even if you didn't support her or vote for her, this is history that we're watching. Let's scratch that. This is her story that we're watching. And she's doing it with so much grace. Today is just an awesome day. And I hope, and I know my wife is sitting at home watching with our two girls bawling at the history that's being made with Kamala Debbie Harris.
Well, the Vice President made it to the White House, you guys. Beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful thing. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. And again, let's keep America safe with love, dignity, and respect each and everyone in America.
The Vice President
Bye-bye.
now at work there in the office.